I'm a horse to join you. At Post the Elan on the lynch, I didn't injure one. Was at a sleeve. Not yet not in a bunch. Band the moon of Ado, Churcha. Yachtin was on the time Shablianagus. I got Cherry down Crumlin the Chunish and Srugabra. Yach Brudan is Leon, but I did an ounce of Ado. Janny Marty, the large in horse. If the Sasson I found it, large Crumlin Lechite. Agus ar the Ari Gamoranish, Nilaniesk at the Nounchinish. Yachiaska got so such of hat was an ouncha. There used to be fish and salmon coming up here. We used to be poaching in it. But the large, you'd catch them here on the floe. I might fall now, but we'd have little nets and stuff. We'd be up at night. But they used to be watching out that time. The English lodge was up behind me here. Just up here. I'll go up there later. There's a lot of water here now because of the rain. Oh, it was a big crime if you were caught. The English owned the rivers. Used to be people up here, everywhere. Everybody had his own bog. Cut the turf. Spent a good few months of the summer up here. Sometimes they'd sell a lot of turf. They had no money, so they had to cut turf to sell. Sometimes they sold the best of the turf and kept the worst themselves. They worked very hard. I don't think the people today would be able to work the way they worked, because they'd be up here all day until the evening, cutting turf by hand, hard work, then preparing it, drying it, putting it out on the road, the donkey in baskets. That was only half the day's work. They'd have to look after the cows and the kids when they got home and cook and sow vegetables and potatoes. Their work was never done. Today there's nobody here. For miles, I can see for miles and miles. I can't see a soul. It's so lonely. The virus is causing a lot of it. People are afraid and nobody's coming out or getting fresh air or nothing. Mil til bæl og den lille fekka. Det er ikke kjøn i denne jorden. Jeg har ikke ikke. Jeg har brukt ikke. Pakka til at dine tamskjøvlige han skra først. Men ikke skra om først. Jeg har bas hos en jævn som jeg ikke kan nå. In Connemara with a sail. only sound here today is the breeze through the heather. The sound of the distant river. Not a soul to be seen. Could you find a lonelier place on earth? Portaíoch na daoine, cruinní an fadó. Grán, spórt agus spróí, hobud chrua, a bhí na daoine sást. Sábhailt na mún an saoire tíocht. Geoirí le feicálainniuh. Your boss was a China sugars. Niekiu. And Torna nach Boyer with the Fruich, the Heeb. Captain Garadi man hoch. Peter na right. Another bank where the turf was cut. I wonder who was the last man. Good turf there. A long time ago. Mas tu bjeach a seindram a níará lob. Ide cholánach nach geoirí le feicálar na portaí. Ní sé teach sé daí. Si de cheappa go beh bum is báir saoil le portach ar amach múna ar a tada. Fuair siad mar gheall orb. Déibris go crua huasa. As a mór bháin. Ceapain. Mar annig mair héin a bhaile. A sásanna, am siad a chogu. Am siad a dar a chogu mór. Ceapa go bhain se leichead le rí mór le slá. The people would not have believed, the old people that are gone, that the bogs of Connemara would be empty one day, this time of year. Because turf meant the difference between surviving or poverty. They depended on it to sell, to keep them warm, everything. They wouldn't have believed that the place would be deserted one day, that nobody would be up here. This is a bank now that the turf has been cut from. It's been cut by a machine. They used to cut this by hand in years gone, long ago, and they used to leave it a lot tidier. They used to put the scraw back down again tidy, grass facing upwards, so the bog would grow back again. It's not the case today. You can see that some of the turf here has been stacked into piles, and this is how they dry it. Once a bit of sun comes now, if it ever comes, this turf will become nice and crisp and dry, ready to burn. Dúchan gas múnan seo, muid mór. Reitile dó, heapin reitile thursday while, Shambún. Old turf out on the road here, ready to be brought home and burned. It's up here, you can see the trees. The lodge is behind there, the English lodge. They used to own the rights to the rivers. I drove into the lodge here. This used to be the caretaker's house. There's nobody around, it's private property. I'm not allowed in here really. I'll head out. This used to be, they used to stock the river. They used to take good care of that river one time. Drive out across the little bridge now. Can hear the river is heading, coming down there. I remember coming up to parties to this place one time back in the 1980s, driving up that bog road summer evenings I got invited up to a few parties. We drive out through the gate now again. You have bore so long where you want Lassel agus Cleve. Steiner markach darop gasú just mrá agus fyr. Col she's tranún on borto. Fiach gasús na Cleves. Fiach hólach múna go jacob a good she's. This road used to be full one time with donkeys going home every evening from the bog. Baskets on the donkeys. Children in the baskets, women, men, dogs after them. Coming home after a hard day's work on the bog. I can't see anyone here today. It's unbelievable how things have changed, even in the last 40 years, I suppose. I see you with the camera here now, the camera and myself. Driving along. But she's Bodine the Carston, quite here emotion. Now we're hitting civilization again. Although it's still very quiet. They want to isolate people because of the virus, this weather. But if you want to be isolated, believe me, this is the place to go. First people I've seen today. I'm just turned down my own road here now, where I live in Connemara, Enverant. So I'm nearly home now, heading down to my dwelling here and near the sea in Enverant. That's my next door neighbour. She has the turf, Barbara, she has the turf already outside her house there. I don't keep much turf. I have some, but use mostly kerosene and electricity to heat my house. And here I am. Going to head in my gate here now. Old van I used to have. My cat is always here to welcome me. My cat, King George. Hello, King George. Hello, King George. So, that's the end of my journey and my visit to the bog. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Go raibh míle maith agaibh.